Hi, I'm Jo Rushworth. Welcome to pUDL, where we discuss UDL in no more than 3 slides on 3 minutes. So today I'll be telling you about creating staff guidance for UDL, and this is the staff guidance that I developed while I was a UDL champion at Montfort University. So in terms of providing staff guidance, staff were always asking me, how do I do UDL in the classroom? So it was a really good idea, I felt, to develop something on one page which would stimulate staff to still have the flexibility to apply UDL how they wanted, but also to address some of the main problems that we face in higher education in terms of not having much flexibility in terms of study resources, students sitting in lectures. Let's have multiple flexible ways students can engage. What about having flexible, different ways to learn besides, again, sitting and listening to didactic information? And let's encourage staff again to think beyond the timed unseen exam to provide their students with multiple flexible means to demonstrate their knowledge. So here is the guidance I've provided. You might want to pause the slide, otherwise get in touch. I'm happy to provide you with an electronic copy. But you can see that flexible study resources were all about providing students with their learning resources in advance, in a modifiable format, recording lectures, making sure that language is defined, ideally co-created, get some student input into the language you're using, particularly if you have lots of international students, for example. Scaffolding, I'll do a video on summary sheets you can have a look at. You'll see the bottom points of all of these really feed into decolonising the curriculum. So you can see that we're encouraging staff to produce learning resources and ways to learn and assessments that reflect the diversity of the learners. So for instance, on lecture slides, let's just not have loads of diagrams of white people, for example, white males, very often used. When you're coming up with exam questions, let's just make sure that even the names of those examples of people you're using are from different backgrounds, for instance. In terms of flexible ways to learn, the middle strand, trying to move away from didactic delivery, so things like flipped classroom, particularly this is relevant now in the remote teaching era, so we're trying to record didactic lectures so that live sessions, whether they are online or face-to-face, are reserved for active learning, knowledge checking, co-creation, very important. If you want to know about student lecturers or other forms of co-creation, please do drop me a line. We're talking about differentiation, signposting students to extra support and extra challenge, and we're really wanting the students themselves to become reflective learners who can self-identify their best learning styles. And flexible ways to show learning. We're trying to move away from timed exams to lots of different types of assessment, ideally assessments that have flexible ways to demonstrate knowledge. We're talking about increasing the amount of formative assessment. You can look at my feed-in video if you're interested. And really trying to develop authentic assessments. See Professor Sally Brown and Kay Samble's Authentic Assessment Compendium for some ideas. And if you'd like to hear about the further explanation that was provided to staff and the self-assessment tool that I devised, don't hesitate to get in touch. Thanks for listening, happy UDLing, see you next time, bye!